Douglas White brings up his first win in Hong Kong aboard Fireball.
It's London news for Alec Laird and Douglas White, who's returned and has taken home the QE2 Cup.
The crowd loving the moment. This is their horse. Douglas has done it again.
A great duel here in the Derby. Super Satin lunges at Super Pistachio and got him. The Derby winner, Ambitious Dragon, makes it 3 Group 1s in a row. Packing West going to third, but Glorious Days. Great training performance by John Size. Here he comes. Akeed Mafid rests the lead in the Cup, and Akeed Mafid draws away to beat Tokai Halo.
It's going to be a massive day at Sha Tin on Sunday as the curtain comes down on a fabulous career. Douglas White, his final day in the saddle, 7 rides for the Durban Demon as well. We'll be looking at all of them on the show. Very warm welcome, Natural Factor Racing Twin. I'm Andrew Jones, joined in the studio by Paul Lally, our formalist and race caller Brett Davis as well. Brett, it's going to be a big day, isn't it? It's been a long time in the saddle, 13 consecutive titles, over 1,800 winners.
Absolutely, Andrew. Yeah, it will be a special day for everybody at the track, and of course Douglas White. One door will close, but another one will open, of course, next season when Douglas takes on a trainer's licence here in Hong Kong. I'm sure he's looking forward to that. It's in the distance at the moment, but yes, what a magnificent career, a stunning career, a legendary career really he's had with 13 titles. Over 1,800 winners, just about won every race that can be won here in Hong Kong. And tomorrow is his day. Yeah,
it certainly will be. And there's plenty outside of that, Paul. There's plenty of interesting first starters. No jackpots to look forward to, though.
No jackpots, but we can create some. There's no problems there for meetings going forward. But there's some really good betting opportunities there. There's a lot of first starters, a couple of really good interesting ones as well. And, of course, Douglas White's got a really good book of rides. So we'll highlight that towards the end of the show. But you'll be able to see he's got some good chances of going out on a fairy tale end.
Yeah, and couple of interesting names going around there tomorrow at the track. We've obviously got a lot of wins and dragons and happies and so forth, Reeves Muntjac is one that's caught my eye going around, and obviously Douglas White, his final ride will be on a horse called Uncle Steve.
Yeah, he's got a ride in the last as well. He'll bring the house down if he wins on that. So 10 races to have a look at for you at Sha Tin. We can have a look at the horses that won't be winning first. That's all you need. We've got a couple of all-weather races. So all you need was Carrying Saddlecloth number 1, now replaced by Charity Dream. Derek Lung will be in the saddle, and Curling Luxury is out of race number 5 as well, not replaced there, just scratching race 5, number 10. So we're past halfway now, meeting number 45 on the A course for 8 on the turf, and 2 all-weather races as well, races 4 and 9. We kick things off with the Class 5 with the 1,200 metres. Keep Winning drops into Class 5 for the first time. Course and Distance for the first time. Pacifier for the first time as well. Martin Harley, his second day in the saddle, rides Indigenous Star. Big drop in trip, 18 down to 1,200 metres. Emery Bourne, a last start Course and Distance winner. Soccer Brave gets a headgear change as well. Rochford was a beaten favourite with his last 2 starts in actual fact. Barrier 10, he likes to roll forward. Rich City Fortunes, another pace angle from Barrier 13, and Gobi Storm with a gear change as well. Blinkers off, pacifiers on. He's more pace there from Barrier 4. The last start winner, Emery Bourne, has been up at Chung Fa, and Hidden Spirit has spent some time up there as well, all of them in the last month.
Possibly a good pace you would expect for the Class 5 conveyances, with Gobi Storm, Rich City Fortune probably battling it out early on. Rochford won't be far away. Nashashuk will probably have to come across from a wide gate. Paddington can kick up. The last start winner, Emery Bourne, did sit back a fair way last start from a wide gate. Better gate this time.
We'll have a look at Keep Winning. He's done nothing since he's been here. He's been here for 9 starts. He's been downgraded though. He's got barrier number 1. And there's his work, but I just thought I'd let you see for yourself. Some of these downgraders have been winning recently. Not sure about him, but you can make your own mind up. There wasn't too much to show in this. Indigenous Star, Martin Harley, obviously he'll be riding this. This is his ride for the day. And he's been in quite good form over longer trips, but he's very fit. So it'll be interesting to see how he does go over the shorter distance of 1,200. And the other one, well, both these horses are running. They're stablemates, Rochford on the inside and Great Sun. So they're probably going equally as well as each other. Rochford's probably the one that's got the form on the board at this stage, although Great Sun did run OK last time.
Yeah, Joe rode in Rochford on his last 2 starts. He's jumped off here. Let's start off with Indigenous Star. He invariably finishes off very strongly. This was 1,800 metres, though. He drops back to 12 on Sunday.
It's a decent enough drop, isn't it? But they've probably really just got to follow the calendar, really, don't they, with the Class 5 race that comes up. This one's at 12. He'll be fit. He should find the line well enough. I've been a bit disappointed he hasn't been able to win a race already this season. But Martin Harley, I think, has got an opportunity here to just sit back and come with a run late. Worth mentioning, we're on the A course, so there'll be plenty of space in the middle for the horses to unleash their runs. I think he'll be one doing that.
Yeah, just the distance is the query, and he's done nothing over 1,200.
Yeah, but he'll definitely run through the line, that's for sure. Indigenous Star. Last start winner, Emery Bourne, and Rich City Fortune, who we imagine will be prominent in the run.
No, not much form in this race. Emery Bourne does come in on the back of a last start win. Sylvester de Souza, barrier number 2. He drew 10 on this occasion. So with a lower draw, he should get a better run in transit. Might be slightly forward. I think he can win again. So I like him. And Rich City Fortune, they don't chase hard in Class 5. He'll be on the pace. I've got them both in.
Yeah, I tend to think Emery Bourne potentially can probably get into Class 4. He ran a nice race earlier on in the season, then had a couple of average ones and then that one. So if he can follow up there, he's the one to beat.
All right, Rochford, well, he's been certainly popular in the market's favour on his last 2 starts, both of them all in the all-weather behind Star Superior, and this one behind Jimson the Famous.
Still a maiden, Andrew. For me, most of his better efforts, and I think the form guide suggests that as well, have been on the all-weather. He'll be a pace influence, whether he's there when the judge calls a halt. I've got my question marks. I've shopped around him.
I'll get him in just because it's such a weak sort of form race, this one. I think he can be there. I know Joe Moreira's jumped off, but that's only because he has to ride Nashashuk.
Yeah. Well, there's another horse that Joe's been riding. I rode him last time out in Paddington. He showed a bit of form down the straight, but again, ultimately, he's looking for his first win at start 23.
I mentioned when we looked at him last week, how much can we bear of Paddington? I'm done. I'm leaving him out. He can win without me.
I got him in on a 4th line just because the blinkers have gone back on him. So we'll give him a chance with the blinkers back on and a low draw of Grant Van Niekerk.
Yeah, you'll probably get a better price with Grant riding. But look, he's been costly.
He certainly has so far. Those are the clues that are heading into the opening contest. Paul, Emery Bourne, favourite to go back-to-back.
Yeah, I've got him on top as well. I don't think there's too much winning form in this race, and he's a horse in form. To beat Rochford, he's been in... his last 2 starts have been pretty good. Rich City Fortune on the pace, and Paddington blinkers on, low draw. 5, 7, 10, 11. Exotics, I think, the way to go.
Yeah, I've tipped the 5 as well. It's hard to be confident in this class. Any of them can bob up from time to time. But Emery Bourne, this prep has sort of suggested potentially he could almost sneak out of Class 5 and get into 4. To do that, he'll need to win. Indigenous Star will hit the line well. I think Great Sun, with Matthew Poon to ride, can run a reasonable race. And even the old boy Coeur Volant. I did sneak in Paddington in my trio there just for a safety aspect after I've been rather derogatory towards him. Well, not derogatory, but realistic, I think, is probably a better word.
Keeping him safe, though. Yeah, Emery Bourne for me as well. But I have included Nashashuk, wide gate, but second up. Hopefully we'll see some improvement from him.